Dear viewers, welcome to Sports Dairy. Every week in Sports Dairy program, we have been meeting various national and international sports players and coaches. And this week also we are going to meet a sports personality who played for India. And this game is cricket. So normally he played and he is a cricketer. But above cricket, there is a special thing for him. What is that special thing is, after his playing career, for almost more than 30 years, 3 decades, so he has spent his time and traveled a lot to various places for the game, and normally we will meet the cricketers or sports players, but this person is being among with the cricketers and living with the cricketers, I should say, and he is having a place in Chennai in Egmore where he has a own museum for cricket. Now you would be realizing what a person he is, and he has been giving his passion for the game, and he has collected various collections about the game and the players, kids and all these things. He has traveled a lot. He has made his debut at the age of 16, 17 during 1967 for under 19, and he has played for Kerala State Ranji Cricket Trophy team also. After that, he is keeping this cricket museum and cricketers hut, where all the legends also almost visited this place, and they came and they see, and this person has sent all these archives to all the players also mostly, and they almost cherish that moment. So he is none other than J.K. Mahindra. We are going to meet him. Let's have a chat with him. Hello, sir.
Hello.
First, I just want to ask you, so what is this place, sir? It is your home, but you please tell us. I'm not able to believe that you made a place with full of crafts and arts of cricket.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Well, everybody gets surprised when they come here because they don't believe that cricket can have a cricket museum. Out of cricket, how can you make a museum? So when they walk in, hearing a cricket museum, some people want are inquisitive, some ஒரு ஆச்சரியம் என்ன இது கிரிக்கெட்டில் ஒரு மியூசியம் இருக்குமா அப்படி there are a lot of people who come like that and ask me questions. So it is a different kind of place. I believe that it's one of its kind in the country.
But I want to ask you, இது வந்து ஒரு தனி நபரால பண்ணவே முடியாது கண்டிப்பா. Either by an institution or by a government தான் கண்டிப்பா இந்த மாதிரி விஷயங்கள்லாம் பண்ண முடியும். Collecting various archives of various players from different countries, but one man army நீங்க பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. So what was the support during
this? In these kind of things you don't get support. It's your passion. You are lucky that you know, I was very lucky when I was young. நான் வந்து ஒரு சின்ன ஊர்ல பிறந்தது, Cannanore in Kerala. I studied in a very good school, European Viceroy School, St. Michael's. There's a lot of history. அங்கே வந்து நிறைய British history இருந்தது.
Okay.
So these old people, they will talk about the history to us. When we started playing at 12, we'll sit and hear old people telling us how Colin Cowdrey came and played there, how cricket started in the cantonment, how Britishers supported it, and how local people started playing. So it's very interesting to hear all these old stories and history. Talcherry, my neighboring place in Cannanore, happens to be the first place where cricket is believed to be started playing by the common Indians.
Okay.
Britishers have started cricket in Calcutta 300 years back, but in Cannanore, Talcherry, it's about 200 years history.
Okay. நீங்க சொல்லும்போது அது வந்து டிஃபரெண்ட் தெரியுது. ஏன்னா வந்து before that period British people were playing during these days in Calcutta and other places, but only one place in that area where other civilians also played, right?
Correct. Common Indians, where fishermen, dhobis, local people started playing with that kernel, and then cricket started developing. So common Indians started first playing in Talcherry. The history goes back. There's no written history, but I was lucky that I heard all these stories and I got engrossed with history.
Okay.
And then I was lucky that I got selected for India when I was 16, 17.
I want to ask you that.
Yeah.
So after seeing and watching all these things, at the age of 16, 17 வந்து Indian under 19 first campல you were there. So along with other greats. So please tell us about that.
Well, those days, you know, Kerala was the underdog. There was no cricket. There was no facility. I was lucky because passion was there. I worked very hard. And as a schoolboy, I was lucky to get selected to play for the country.
Okay.
The first boy from India, from Kerala to play for India.
Which year, sir?
This is 1966. I played all the 5 tests against the Australian schoolboys.
Same thing we were discussing about that one common place where common people have played. That's in the period, sir.
No, that is it. You're talking about 1800s.
1800s.
Early, if it is 200 years history, it has to be 1800s. By the time 2002, we celebrated that historical match to celebrate the bicentenary, 200 years of cricket, first one in India, in Telcheri.
Okay.
So, this history, these things came up to me in a platter.
Okay, அப்போ the age of 16, 17லயே உங்களுக்கு வந்து அந்த ஸ்பார்க் வந்திருக்கு.
Yes, so naturally all children start with scrapbooks and you make books but mine was more because I was engrossed by the stories.
Okay.
And then when I went to England, I was lucky that I went to England in 1967 with the Indian junior team. We were a very pampered 45-day tour. We were taken to the Queen, we were taken to Lord Mountbatten. You see, this is history. Lord Mountbatten, Prime Minister Wilson, the Queen, meeting her, going to all the mayors of every town, visiting every castle there,
okay, but
seeing the museums, seeing the Lord's Museum.
Okay.
So all those opportunities, I come across that, yes, these people have collected, so whatever I get, I must collect.
Sir, you're right, sir, because in your first trip, அதுலயே வந்து நீங்க நிறைய பெரிய greats ஓட legends ஓட எல்லாம் வந்து உங்க first trip இருந்திருக்கு. அந்த team
I started in the era with Oscar in 65, so junior team, then Vishwanath Kirmani, Mohindra Ramannath, Surendra Ramannath, they were all in that team. So I was lucky to be among the greats. They went on to become very, very famous in the country. They have given back a lot. So I, as a collector, my dream started with England. So I have some things here which I've kept from those days. I've got my blazer still. Okay. I've got my plaque still. I've got the pictures of all the photographs with the Prime Minister, with everything. So that's how you start collecting. But as I saw the world more and more, I went around the world and நிறைய opportunities கிடைச்சது to play various clubs. Okay. As a member of the Cricket Club of India, Hyderabad Blues, Globetrotters, myself have taken teams.
Okay. Sir, இப்போ நீங்க சொன்னீங்க லண்டன் யூகே எல்லாம் போனதுக்கு அப்புறம் உங்களுக்கு இந்த இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் வந்தது. Is that the first moment itself you got a spark that you want to do this?
No, it takes over the years. You don't. Yes, I was interested in history, but as I went around the world more and more towards the next 10 years, I saw a lot more museums. I saw people collecting. I saw in Australia, South Africa, people collecting. I said, now why don't I collect? Then I was inspired by places like this, okay. The Cricket Cafe in Australia or the Cricket Cafe in Sri Lanka. There was a cafe which has got all cricket there.
Okay. So being at 16, 17, everybody like in the childhood will be loving to collect the stamps, அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து postal cover letters, அப்புறம் photos, autographs இதெல்லாம் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ இதை தாண்டி ஹிஸ்ட்ரியை வந்து ப்ரிசர்வ் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்ற ஒரு கிரிக்கெட் மெமரபிலியா நீங்கள் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க. So, in the experience you have been doing for more than 30 years.
Correct.
Post your playing career, traveled a lot.
Post and during playing days, because you go with club teams, you play friendly matches, you meet so many people, varied people. Cricket is a game which takes you to the world, takes you to a lot of people, and you understand that cricket passion is something which is different. Playing cricket, everybody plays.
Okay.
You can become a test cricketer. If you work hard, you can play for the country. But this one, it comes with the passion.
Okay.
You need to learn about it, to know. You need to go meet people, know what is collection, interact பண்ணனும். அப்படி எல்லாம் பண்ணி வேர்ல்டில் நிறைய எடுத்து இப்படி பார்த்து தான் நம்ம ஒரு கலெக்டர் ஆக முடியும். For last 20, 30, 25 years, I've become more serious.
Okay. Usually வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மியூசியம்னா it's a collection of history, tradition, arts, culture இந்த மாதிரி தான் சொல்லுவாங்க. But the first of its kind னு சொல்லலாம் கிரிக்கெட்டோட ஹிஸ்ட்ரி. ஸோ நீங்கள் ப்ரிசர்வ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு various places you have traveled a lot. Tell us about that moments where you traveled. ஸோ அதுக்கு வந்து பேஷன்ஸ் ரொம்ப முக்கியன்றீங்களா? ஏன்னா because when you're going and approaching a player, he has to give that whatever it is, whether it is a bat or a cap or helmet. So you have collected various things from various legends. Yeah. So how they give it to you?
Well, you see, you start learning about it. You meet a lot of people who are collectors. Most of the people are very old people. They are over 40, 50 who have collected for years.
In which country?
Majority of collectors are all older people. In England, Australia and South Africa are the main people. There's where they kept preserved the history. Whereas we in India, unfortunately, the olden days, there was no history preserved. Like Umrigar or some old cricketers had some things, but most of them would have given away. They have not preserved because they did not understand that this would be one day valuable in life.
Okay.
So this comes with people now, cricketers or nowadays, yes, people understand that everything in memorabilia means there's a value. I didn't know there was a value for these things when I collected. I wanted to collect, I collected pictures, prints, autographs, books, videos, anything about cricket, a statue or a tie or that way you start focusing. What do you want to collect? Okay. What do you want to collect more and more?
As you said, it is very popular in UK, Australia, South Africa and மாதிரி இந்தியால வந்து அந்த அளவுக்கு இந்த collectors இந்த job பத்தி awareness இல்லன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா?
100%. In India, there was no awareness. When I'm 10, 15 years back, I don't know there were many collectors. Mr. Raj Singh of Dungapur in Bombay, CCI வந்து அவர் ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் கலெக்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு. அவர் வந்து நிறைய ஐட்டம்ஸ் வச்சிருக்கார் சிசிஐயில். அங்கே என்னையும் கூப்பிட்டு நானும் கூட அது மியூசியம் கமிஷன் பண்ணுறதுக்கு சப்போர்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கு. ஐ ஆல்சோ கிவன் அவே சம் திங்ஸ் தேர் இன் த பாலியூம்ரிகர் பார் அண்ட் ரெஸ்டாரண்ட். சின்னசாமி ஸ்டேடியம்,
Bangalore.
Brijesh Patel, among the younger crowd, Brijesh Patel, in our age, Brijesh had the passion. He learned from Raj Singh Dungapur. He was a secretary of the association, so he had the passion and the mission to do this, and I commissioned the museum there. So you basically need to have a lot of passion, and you have to understand that India has got a lot of rich history about cricket. It starts with Ranjit Singh ji, it starts with so many other cricketers. How to meet them? That was easy those days. Meeting cricketers was easy. They would give away something, they will sit and talk to you, they will sign for you. So it was much easier then than it is now.
Okay.
இப்போ வந்து ரொம்ப it's not easy to collect.
Sir, in India, there is a famous domestic tournament called Ranji Trophy. So it is playing. It has been played for long years. So you have collected the photo. அவரோட photo நீங்க எடுத்திருக்கீங்க. So அந்த history பத்தி சொல்லுங்க. ரஞ்சி ட்ராஃபின்னு வரதுக்கு பின்னாடி ஒரு பிளேயர் இருக்காரு.
Well, see, that is what. இது வந்து நான் வந்து ஒரு குஜராத்தி. I was from Jamnagar. Ranjit Singh ji's palace is in Jamnagar. It's got rich history. Because I like the history and I like the passion, I went inside the palace, I met the present Jam Sahib, and I got some books and some things from him. I also got some beautiful things from him and a bat. So you have the interest, and it's my own place. So if I don't know about Ranjit Singh ji, who belongs to my own town in Gujarat, I wanted to know who is Ranjit Singh ji, why is of him. And the palace has got so much historical paintings of cricket. And Ranjit Singh ji is our god of cricket for India.
Okay.
Although he didn't play for India, not many people know what he played.
God of cricket ன்னு சொன்னா ஞாபகம் வருது. God of cricket Gary Sobers and father of cricket Don Bradman. அவரோட collections நீங்க நிறைய வச்சிருக்கீங்க.
Well, to start with, actually W.G. Grace was the father of cricket for the world, and I believe that Ranjit Singh ji was the father of cricket in India, like God is Sachin. So you go to these people and understand what they are. Ranjit Singh ji, today's cricketers, I'm worried that they do not know who Ranjit Singh ji was, what he played. Did he play for India? Was he a cricketer? Actually, he played for England. So you learn more and more about the history, and you start getting a passion and you go after it. Okay. I go to Australia not to search for Australian history. I'm seeing whether there is anything Indian there. Okay. If I see a Umbriger bat sign there, I would pick it up. If I see a book in South Africa, adu poitu pick pannu.
Okay.
Because we want to bring back our history to our country and keep it.
Preserving the archives ன்னு சொல்லலாம். So I just asked you about the legends Gary Sobers and Don Bradman. So tell us about those collections.
Yes, I was very lucky to meet Gary Sobers. In MCC club il vandu meet panna nanu. We had a good half an hour of discussion. I could get a bat signed, which in his era it was used. So I took that old bat, which he used to use, similar bats, and I got him signed. He gave me his card and he gave me a signature autograph, which I have preserved. Because I believe Gary Sobers is the greatest cricketer in the world. And greatest all-rounder in the world.
And similarly, sir, Don Bradman.
Yes, Don Bradman also had an occasion when I went to watch a game in Australia that I could meet him, and he signed a picture for me. But I've got his bat, which I got from a friend who donated to me. So Don Bradman is a great cricketer. You have Kapil Dev, Gavaskar, Umriga. So many. I was lucky to meet Vijay Hazare, who played for India. Very old, he signed. Let me tell you about our Tamil Nadu Gopal.
MJ Gopalan.
I went and met him. Life அவர் பேட் மேல சிக்னேச்சரே போடல. நான் போய் உட்கார்ந்து அவர்கிட்ட when before 2 years before he died in MCC Chepauk and TNCL போய் meet பண்ணிட்டு he sat and signed and I've got the picture of his signing that bat. I kept it there. CD Gopinath, his history. Nobody has got a bat signed by. Now to keep these things is so important, which one day when TNC has got a museum or set up a museum, I would rather give it to them.
Okay.
Similarly, V.V. Kumar's blazer, first blazer, Ram Singh's blazer when he played for India.
And how about Venkat Raghavan sir?
Venkat Raghavan sir, one day in MCC, I was sitting there, he looked at me, he said, JK, you deserve to get my umpiring shirt. I give it to TNC, it will get lost. You will do something with it. You will keep it somewhere. So he gave me that. He went inside, signed, and gave me that shirt,
Okay.
which is a coat of umpiring, ICC World Cup.
Okay, we are talking about the legends. Let's talk about that little later. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு விஷயம் you are asking about many tours and trips. You told about the history part. You played during 1960s and 70s. அப்போ வந்து there was a longer format.
Yeah.
So அதுக்கு முன்னாடி longer format 60 over game இருந்தது, 5-day game. And இப்போ வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 5-day game remains.
Yeah.
And then T20,
3-day,
1 day.
4-day and
so
5-day.
how you see the transformation of the game as a cricketer?
Well, it's transformed in a big way. Modern cricket is very different. It's become more of entertainment for public to spend 1.5 hours, 2 hours to watch a T20 game. But real cricket still is 3-day, 4-day or 5-day format. I was lucky that the first place where a 50-over tournament was started is also belonging to Kerala, Tripuntaram.
Okay.
The Puja knockout tournament is 60 years old, and that's where they said the 50-over cricket started there.
Okay.
Among the few places. Well, I was lucky that I played a Taj Mahal trophy in Mangalore, where I used to go and play as a professional for one club, which is 7-day cricket, play to finish. Not limited to 7 days. It's 2 innings, play to finish.
Okay.
So that's all brings you so much of history about cricket that you understand that there are so much of different things. Not many people know there was a play to finish cricket. Not many people know that Puja knockout is the oldest cricketing place to do 50-over game. So because of my interest, because of my passion, I have understood that where cricket has been. I was very interested, for example, I went to England, I went to Hampshire Cricket Club. That's the oldest living club till date, 350 years old. Okay. So I said, why not I learn about India, which is the oldest. So I dug out, I found out, I went and played there in CCFC, Calcutta Cricket and Football Club, which is the second oldest cricket club in the world.
Okay.
Madras Cricket Club could be rated one of the oldest clubs in the world of cricket. So if you enjoy knowing about history and passion of this game, you can automatically be a good collector.
Sir, what are the challenges you have faced when you decided to start this collection job?
Well, cricket, playing cricket is very easy, but collecting is a very difficult job. You have to have patience, you might get snubbed, you might get refused, people might be not in good mood when you go to them, you got to be after them. So you have to have patience, you must be really working hard on it to go and meet people and collect. So especially meeting some of the legends and things like that has been a very difficult task.
Sir, just mentioned about some of the challenges, as you said. Can you quote some of the interesting moments of your travel experiences?
Well, yes, you have to pursue. Sometimes you get snubbed, as I told you. That once I was in Australia, and my teammate who played against me, Australian cricketer Kerry O'Keefe, was playing in the team. I walked in straight into his dressing room. He was standing there, and Steve Waugh got mad at me. How the hell did you come, get out? And then, you have to listen, you have to get, and I wanted to take autograph of Steve Waugh only.
Okay.
Now we got snubbed, I had to go out. Kerry said, no, we'll go out now, he's not in a good mood because they're playing the match. And then when you want to collect something, you pursue, you follow, you push him. Like you saw the bat, the captains of Australia. I was after that man because he had 5 bats. I said, give me one, give me one. He said, okay, JK. Finally he got tired of me. he gave me one.
So, form and patience, like playing in a test match.
You have to go after Dennis Lilly and say, Dennis, help me. Dennis, will you give me that Australian aluminium bat you played and threw away in a test match? Can you give me that bat? He said, JK, that's $3,000. I can't afford it. So I said to an Australian friend, can you find out a bat of that Dennis Lilly and get me? Because there were 2 or 3 bats made.
Okay.
So when the manufacturer must have made 3 or 4. So he got one, which Dennis Lilly gave away to somebody. One day he came and gifted me. I go to Dennis Lilly, show the bat. I said, Dennis, I've got the bat. You wanted $3,000. Is this the correct one? He said, this is the actual one. He signed, you're lucky.
Okay.
Because there are only 3 bats in the country. So, you know, like that, you have to have perseverance. You have to have patience. You cannot get hurt. You must walk away silently. After Sachin, it took me 1 year to get his signature, 250 prints in a memorabilia. Okay. So you got to be after him. I had to go 3 times, one to Bombay, one to Hyderabad. He said, come here, come there. Finally, I see him in Bangalore. He sat down and did that.
So, as you said, 1 year we waited. We all waited for his 100th century for 1 year also. So, that was the nice experience that you...
It's fantastic. His 100 centuries, I have the Coke cans.